Hi, this is Casey, and in this video I'll be showing you how to make 3 different types of particles with Trapcode Particular. So first, I'm going to show you how to make circle particles, just regular circles that don't float up or down, but I will show you how to make them float up or down if you want. And there's also sprite particles, so like in any image you want. And third would be multi-sprite particles, so still images, but you can put more than one type. Like more than one type of particle. So to start off, you're going to be making a new composition and you're going to add a solid. And the solid can be any color you want. It doesn't matter what color it is because it won't show anyways. So yeah, then you're going to add Trapcode Particular, which is the plugin I'll be using. You can use Particle World as well, but for this tutorial I'll be showing you how to make them with Particular. So first, you're going to open the emitter settings, and I usually keep the particles around like 10 to 30 particles per second, so I just put 20 first. And the emitter type will be box. So you can see that they're more spread out now rather than coming out from a point. And okay, like I don't really know the thingies like by name, but I think next you'll change the velocity. So velocity can also be around like 30%, but I'll just make it 20 because I usually do 20 for this. And then for the emitter size, just make it bigger so that it fills the whole screen, like that. Around like 1000 something should be good. But it depends on like your comp size and stuff. But I'm using the standard Instagram square thing, 1080 by 1080. So that's what I'm gonna make the particles for, just a square screen. So after you do the emitter settings, you're gonna go to particle, and in particle, make sure you have a sphere. That's a really hard word to say. Selected for the circles, and as you can see, they're a bit better. No, you can't see because it's so small. But let me just turn the size up. Oops. So you can see they're a bit fuzzy, and I prefer them to not be fuzzy, so I just turn the feather down to 0. But it's just personal preference. And after that, I changed the size random to 100%, so they're all different sizes like this. Again, it's just personal preference. Like these things don't have to be followed exactly. This is just how I like to do them. I'm just showing you my settings right now. So after that, you're gonna go to set color, change the colors of them, and you can make it whatever color you want right here. But sometimes you also want to do like multicolors, like I don't know, it's like if you're like me, I like to do lots of colors. So you can make any color first, right? And then here's where you do it. So color random, you could just make it any number, like maybe 20%, and you can see that the colors change. Like I can do like 30 too. But also, I don't know, if you want to do custom colors, like a custom palette, just go to random from gradient, and here you can select the colors that you want to use. So for example, let's say you only want pink and orange particles. So you just select different shades of pink and orange, I guess. So yeah, I'll just be doing that. Yeah, like that. So you can see that they're just pink and orange particles now. Oh yeah, also for the particle settings, you're gonna want to be able to last more than 3 seconds. I forgot to say that earlier, because like they're fading really fast. So I'm just gonna make it, let's say 15 seconds. So that now you can see there's a lot of particles. So I'm probably just gonna move this. You can move the layer forward or backwards so that there's more or less particles. And I think I'm gonna turn this down to 10 because there's way too many. Okay, so there's like particles now here. And so you can I'm just gonna play it through right now. So you can see that they're just randomly appearing here. They're just like, yeah, but then they're not moving much. But if you want them to float up or down, what you're gonna want to do is go to the physics section and then gravity. So to make them float upwards, you would make it a negative number, so less gravity, like that. And to make them float downwards, you would want them to be a positive number, so there's more gravity. So this way, it looks like they're raining down. But if you don't like how the particles are just randomly appearing like that, you can either move it forward and just hope for the best, but you can see it's not really working. Or you can adjust it in the opacity or size over life. So if you move this over here, you see there's some presets. So here you can see this one is bigger to smaller, but it still just appears at the beginning. So like if you want it to be like they get bigger and then they get smaller and then like, you know, like they appear like they just basically fade in, but like, or scale in, like you can choose some of these. So this one would be they get bigger, they appear like they start small and they get bigger and they get small again. So this way that they won't just randomly appear everywhere. But usually I don't really bother with that because like I don't really mind it. But like if you don't like it, that's always an option for you. So that's the circle particles. They just look like that. And next I'm going to show you guys how to do the sprite particles. So normally for the sprites, I just pick the default, one of the defaults, the heart. So I'm just gonna do that again. Oh, I should have deleted the solid. Okay, it's fine. So for particular, you just add it back again. So the settings for the hearts are basically the same. There's just some more things to adjust, or just any image, not just hearts. But I'm just gonna do hearts for this. So same thing, around 10 particles per second, 10 to 30 depends. But usually for the hearts or the images, I just do 10 because I don't want too many of them. And you're gonna want to do box again. You're gonna want to like make this go back to like fill the whole screen through the emitter size. Velocity around 20%, and that's it for the emitter. So then for particle, this is where stuff is gonna be slightly different. So for this part, you're gonna want to make the life. Okay, again, this is the same stuff. So 15 seconds. And here, instead of this, you are gonna select sprite. So you can select sprite colorize, or sprite fill. So they're all images, but usually I just do sprite fill, so like I can change the colors of the sprites. So in choose sprite, I'm gonna select one of the defaults. You can add whatever image you want here, but I'm just gonna use the heart. So as you can see, they're really tiny. I'm going to make them bigger. So I think maybe like 37 or something. No, bigger. Okay, yeah, sure, 66. So now they just look like this, and it doesn't look that nice yet. But one thing you can do to make it look better is to add rotation to it. So maybe random rotation can be like 20, and then for rotate speed, I usually do 0.2. So they're just like rotate like this, and after that, I like to, for the images, I like to adjust opacity, like opacity over life. So like the last one I showed you with the scale, I'm gonna do it with opacity instead, so that they fade in and out, like so they look nice. Yeah. And after that, you're gonna want to do the colors. So I think usually for the hearts, I don't really bother picking the different shades. I just pick a shade of pink or something, and then go add like maybe like 30% random. I guess too much. 20%. Okay, it's kind of hard to see, so I'll just change the color to white. Okay, so they look like this. So it's a bit light, but that's just because they're fading in more. So yeah. That's how they look like. And you can also do the gravity if you want. It's optional, so like, you can have them stay in the screen, just floating around, or you can make them float up and down like this. So yeah, that's how you do the heart particles. And so now you see there's only one type of particle here, just the hearts. I can also do more than one type of sprite. So for that, all the settings here are going to be the same. But what we're going to do to make different types of particles is we're going to create a new composition and probably make it around 300 by 300. And the number of frames, like the duration, is going to be the number of types of particles you have. And I'm going to put 5 different types, so it's going to be 5 frames long. And what you're going to want to do is put one image for each frame. So I have a folder opened for this, yeah, like right here. And the first type of particle I'm going to put is candy. So for I'm going to make a candy particle right here. You can adjust the colors here, by the way, because like for this one we're just gonna do regular sprite, not sprite fill or anything. So I'm just going to cut the layer here so that it's one frame because it's one type of particle, and then I'm gonna add the other types. So there's also a flower. I'm gonna cut it here too. Okay. Oops, that's a bit small. Okay, there we go. And we're gonna cut it there. And then for these ones, I'm just gonna recolor these so that they're the color I want them to be, because I don't want the particles to be black. So for this, I'm just gonna put fill. And I think I'm gonna make it orange or yellow. I don't know. Actually, I'll make it orange. Yeah, I'm gonna make it orange. And almost there. So yeah, I'm just gonna put 5 types of particles here. Oops. Doesn't really matter what color it is. I mean, well, it does matter, but like, I'm just, yeah, you know. Just for now, it won't matter. But when you're doing it, you're gonna want to pick what colors you like, obviously. Like what colors you want to be seen like in the particles, because since we're selecting the sprite and not sprite fill, we're not going to be adjusting the colors from the particular thing. So oops, I deleted the color from this. Oh, did I? Why is the color not showing up? Hold on. Okay, what was that? Anyways, got it. So for the 5 particle types that you just in that comp you just made, you're gonna want to drag that comp into this one. So you just see all the particles are here. Just hide the layer so that you don't see it. Go back to your particles with the heart particle settings. So in the sprite particle settings, same thing. All you gotta do is just go to particle, hit texture over here, and change the source to comp 2 or whatever the comp was where you made the particles, like the 5 particles. And you're gonna want to change this to random still frame. And yeah, we're probably gonna make those bigger because they're a bit small. Oh yeah, also sprite. Just change to sprite, not sprite fill. Okay, so let's make them bigger. And just like the other particles, actually, for the heart particles and these particles, you can actually also do the size random thing. But like, I don't usually do it as much as like 100% because like, it makes some of them super tiny and like not seeable. So I probably just make it like maybe like 30%, and then it looks fine. So yeah, it's already kind of small like that, but just make them a bit bigger. Okay. So now we have different types of particles, so not just hearts or not just one type. So now there's different pictures for particles. And I think, yeah, that's the 3 types of particles that I was going to show you guys how to make. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment. Yeah, and that's it for this video. Next, I'm probably going to show you how to how to use a camera. And particles, they look really good with cameras since they move with the camera in 3D space. So I'm gonna show that in the next one. Yeah. Okay. Bye.